Everything's sanitized, right?
Yes, everything's no sleeping, Mark.
No, I'm awake.
Have you heard from Diana? Okay, relax. I'll have you. Nobody's heard from her there. She didn't say anything to me. If she did come by earlier.
There's some pretty good things in that city vision on some grants and stuff. So you guys look through that. See.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's also a grant that the state just put out not very long ago, just re-granted, and it's for like beautification and parks. So you have funding that they'll.
So why should we get some for the?
That's what I'm gonna apply for it. I just got the
Maybe we
Yeah, it's
could
got,
apply
like-
for it for
for
painting
like
of the building.
statues and just
That's what I
different
want.
types of.
Statues. You know, like the concert has Mustangs. I want to put Vikings all over town.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I've already talked to somebody about putting paws, or not paws, but head, the horns.
The horns?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
huh.
thing.
So I'm gonna get, I already sent off for some of the information on it, through one of the other, well, the Grandview.
You guys have Vikings all over town.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
and even if not on like some of them, we could have like even just the simple one, like the horn or the head part or something.
Maybe one of those, things they used to, the Vikings used to stand in, you know, when they do war, them little, whatever.
Oh,
things.
chariot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chariots, you know, oh, that, like that, with the little horses pulling it or something, you know? I think that'd be so.
That's what the,
Well, and that's how a lot of the cities have gotten their, you know, like the horses, Prosser, all the horses, I mean, they
oh,
got
yeah,
a
that one,
horse
yeah.
metal grant, yeah. Some of it was, government did money, but, okay, sorry. All right, okay, we're gonna go, Diana just walked in, so. We'll wait for her to get- Hi, Diana.
Hi.
Good.
Oh, what big eyes you have, Mark.
You speak.
This is
Okay,
nice
we're ready?
open.
We're gonna go ahead and start the city council study session for Tuesday, January 12th, 2021 at 6:01. Okay, so old business is a discussion of resolution 2019 contract within W Code Professionals for Building Inspection Services. So this is going to be on page 25 through 33 of your packet. It'll have a resolution in the front, and then it'll have all the information in the back of it for the building code. There's the same building code company that's been doing all of our building codes for a while. And he's been very busy with our city. We've had a lot of building going on. And so Jameson, do you wanna, or Sylvia, who can walk them through some of this?
This is the inspectors.
Yes,
Oh,
this is
okay.
for the building inspectors that
Okay.
come in and make sure
Building
everybody's,
code, okay.
It's to renew our contract with Northwest.
yeah.
That's all. it is.
And who is those people from? The other ones from the Tri-Cities?
Correct.
How come we're not going to Gaston County anymore like we used to?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I mean, these have just been the people since I,
Yeah, I think.
Been
mine
here?
was- yeah. I thought it was- I didn't know it was a company. I thought it was,
Their office is out of Oregon also.
The main office is located in Oregon, but they're.
Right.
it's like independent company. It's not like the counties.
No, they're not part of the county.
this company comes in when somebody starts building a house or building anything.
Right.
And they come in and they make sure that the trusses are right, that they're farther enough away for them.
I've heard from someone who's building that we have a lot of problems with these people coming in a timely manner.
Well,
Like
at
the
first,
Yakima County used to all the time, yeah.
Well, they don't schedule appointments, Sophie. What they do is that they go from town to town because they contract with other cities.
Right.
So when they're done with that project, then they'll come over here. So they don't see appointments. They just show up.
And there for a while, it was taking some time because of COVID and because of all that.
Mhm.
But now they come like weekly, don't they? Or every
No,
other
they just
week,
come on
whenever we
Wednesdays
have
and
it.
Fridays.
Oh, there we go. Wednesdays and Fridays. If we have something.
Mhm.
They-
So we notify them if you have something.
Uh,
you have to notify them.
Yeah, we will notify them and send them like, somebody will say, we're gonna build a house, and they bring in, their building blueprints and all that. Then we send it to these people. These people check it over. These people make sure it's all up to code, right? And then, and then they come back and they give us a clearance, or they'll come back and say, no, this isn't right. They need to change that, or, and then, we
And then,
just,
and then once it gets started, they come twice a week. to check out.
whatever they need done, because they have to check it in, in steps. They have to check this, then that, then this. So whenever they're needed, they come. If this is something that you'd like for us to look into, see, for next year, the girls can definitely start doing some research on that.
So how do you guys feel about the job they're doing?
I think they're doing a great job.
Because we don't really know
Right.
what we might hear. So it'd be more up to you ladies and the
And there's a lot of
employees that would know.
And they really do get right back to us.
Okay.
They really do do their jobs. I mean,
You're
they have
happy-
said, hey, this
You
is
happy
right. or
with
that
them,
is right.
Jamerson?
Is there any raise on the percentage on how much they're charging us?
They did increase, this is the first increase they had in several years. Sylvia, I think has more of the details on that. She and Josh went over it with, with them about the specifics.
Okay. I mean, I would think if it's not too much of a difference between our last contract, I wouldn't see any problem with it. And then if you guys want to out seek somebody else locally, then that's something for you guys to do also.
I think that most cities in our area are going with Northwest Code Pros. I think more and more actually are. I know Sunnyside still does their own and Grandview does, but I think that they're kind of taking over the market around here. So I know they're trying to keep their prices competitive, but I do know that they did go up this year.
Pastor with Sunnyside or Grandview?
They have in-house.
That's something that Sylvia and I talked about a little bit, but we haven't, reached out. Or actually, Sylvia, did we reach out to Sunnyside? Because we talked about reaching out to Mike.
Jamie. And there was a reason for that.
Because Sunnyside and Grandview, they have their own code people that are employed by the city itself. So they don't need to go out and hire a contractor because they have their own that they pay for. So that's the difference in like a city like that and us. Most of us cities, small cities especially, can't afford to pay, somebody to come in and do that for us, on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Well, the fact that they come every day anyway, only twice a week.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be faster with Grandview or Sunnyside?
We would reach out and let them know if they want to contract with us.
Yeah, we can find out too.
Yeah, I mean, because I know, some people are doing the roofing. It's been taking them quite a while, they're just replacing the top just to get started. Because he's so damn far away in Tri-Cities, and if he's doing other cities too, he's gonna have to squeeze them in.
Twice a week when it comes down. Wednesdays and Fridays, yeah.
Yeah,
So if they're not ready, if they're not done with that part, they'll have to wait till the next time they come.
yeah, which is another week or 2 weeks.
This just has to be done now anyway, since the beginning of the year. This is a 2-year thing, looks like.
Yes, but if you guys want to table this, we can, but this is just for the year.
But then that puts everything on hold for
Right.
people that are doing construction right now.
We don't want to do that.
So could we make this a 1-year contract?
I would like to just, maybe, if we could keep them, I guess, for this year, but I would like to see about going back to the Yakima. He came anytime they called them. Didn't have to wait
Yeah.
to a certain day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you guys like to table it? I mean, we're not gonna have information like tomorrow when
I
we
know,
would set
yeah.
nothing up, next week. This is
Maybe
gonna
next
take
year,
time.
because I don't think that, we don't want to hold up the builders who are building now.
And we could make this a 1-year,
Yeah.
right? So we can just take off the 2-year, make it a 1-year, and by this time next year, way before now, the girls will come back with you, to you guys with, this is what we found.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But see, on the resolution, it reads that way. It only reads for 2021 calendar year.
for the 2000, yeah, it
It
does.
doesn't read.
But yeah, but then.
But farther down where it says.
Oh, it does say,
Where it
Yeah,
asks
but
the
it's-
services.
Why is it different? The top part saying what for just 2021 and it's, right.
Because if we adopt it in 2021, it'll automatically be a
Go for the
2-year.
2 years.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's just for the.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll do this with just a 1-year
okay.
thing and then let the girls have an opportunity to see if they can find a better. Is that good with everybody right there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so if we're done, are we done with that, guys?
Yeah.
Anybody have- Okay, so we'll just keep on going then and we'll go to new business. Appointing the YB-COG representatives and the alternate. Pages all messed up here. So that's on the very, very, very first page, page number 1, right behind your council packet, your agendas. Now, correct. Now, in years past, this time it's a little bit different. If you guys see, you've got a voting representative that must be an elected official. Then a voting alternative that can be elected or appointed. Now they have a planning commission member on there. And so our planning commission meeting is going to be hopefully at the end of this month, right?
It's the fourth Thursday of the month.
Or Thursday. And so at that point, I don't really know how this is supposed to work. If we're supposed to, yeah. Does the planning commission pick their own person,
Correct.
Sylvia? So we would pick the first 2,
Correct.
and then the planning commission would pick the 3rd, and then we would let the council know at the next meeting. Okay, so that's the way that it'll work, guys. We'll pick the first 2, and then when the planning commission has their meeting, we'll bring it back to you guys and let you know who the planning commission person is. That's gonna be part of this, okay?
And it's very important because now they're doing Zoom meetings. So Matthew hasn't been attending any of these
No.
meetings. It's very important how we approach.
Huh?
yeah, I don't want to do it no more, no.
So this is gonna be on Zoom?
Yeah, everything will be on Zoom.
At least till this COVID thing.
So, I mean, I can be the voting representative like I wasn't the voting representative.
No, I was.
You was a voting representative. Yeah.
If someone
And I
else
was
wants to do it, who's
And you
at,
was the alternate
anybody else who wants to do it, who's at home? Because they do it earlier now.
At 6 o'clock.
at 6. Is when they usually do their meeting.
Okay.
And anybody that wants to do it, I mean, I'm more than happy to come down because, I need to start being part of that now that I have my camera in my office. None of us really had cameras until a week or so ago. So, you can come down and be
Do
in
the
my
meeting
office,
here?
do the
Oh, okay.
meeting here with me in the office.
Mhm.
Yeah. At any time.
Do we have to decide today?
They need it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if it's at 6 o'clock and coming here, I think I could still do it then.
Okay.
Yes, I guess.
Should he say he'll still be unless
Is that good with all of you
And if
guys?
you wanna do it, Diane,
Woody, is that good with you, Mark? That Sophie is still the elected official and Judy would be the alternates this year?
Yes, that's fine.
That's good with you?
Yep.
Is that good with you, Diana? And, okay. So we'll have Sophie as the representative, voting representative, and then Judy as the alternative. And then the commissioners will let you, everybody know as soon as we know from them. Okay? Is there any questions or discussion on that?
When's the next meeting?
February 17th.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're good with all of that, Mark, you good with that?
Yes.
So then we'll go ahead and move on to new business B, which is discussion of selection of the mayor pro tem for the calendar year 2021. So it's time to select a new pro tem here for us. And so,
Who's pro tem right now?
Mark,
Oh.
I think Trudy was
I thought
a
it
pro
was
tem.
Trudy, yeah.
No, he was.
Okay.
And then last year Mark became. And so now we need to do that again, please. Diana, would you like to try it?
No.
No?
Here,
Vera?
Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Is anybody, you're not interested, Sophie?
Sophie, you don't, Sophie?
No.
No, she was shaking her. I
didn't see it.
I just asked her because he was,
how about Mark, doesn't wanna keep it?
well, you can, he can keep it as long as you guys voted in. I mean,
If nobody would like to, I would continue doing it.
Mark said that if anybody else didn't want to do it, that he would continue to be it. Vera said that she would be it if you wanted to be it, so it's completely up to you guys.
It doesn't matter.
You guys have to be the one assigning.
You want to do it there? Fine. We can do it. I can do it?
and then Diane will do it next time.
Well, why don't you guys vote, because that's not fair for us,
Okay.
between Mark and I, or whatever,
Do we do that now or at the
No,
council,
at the
right?
meeting.
At the council meeting, okay. So is everybody in unanimous that Vera would be the one?
I would,
I would.
yes.
Person? Okay, are you good with that, Mark?
What's that?
Vera will be the voting in for the new pro tem.
Yeah, that's fine if she wants to do it, that's fine. Like I said, if nobody wanted to do it, then I would continue to do it.
So anyway, 2-1,
I know, but our,
you can vote,
can't vote.
you can, he can.
Oh,
She can't vote because she's been nominated.
You will, oh, if you
She's
would,
been nominated, so she can't vote.
oh,
I
okay,
just
so
want to make sure everybody gets.
it still be 2-1. 2 for Vera and 1 for Mark, right?
Can you hear everything, you guys, on the TV?
It's hard to hear when they're down there.
Okay, so try and speak up a little more, Judy.
Sorry.
Let me get a mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta talk to that phone. Yeah. That phone?
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
I don't want to think that I'm yelling at her or anything.
No, you just have to speak sort of loud,
Speak a little
so,
bit louder.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then, so we'll go ahead and do that at the council meeting. Okay, so this next one, C, discussion of resolution 21-01, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Yakima County Technology Services for technology services. That's on page 38 through 50. But me and Jameson had a discussion earlier today about that. She's got a couple concerns about that. So I just want her to just sort of explain her concerns to you and maybe table this for a minute. But Jameson, you want to go ahead and
Sure. Well, I'll kind of leave it up to you guys, kind of the way we did with Northwest Code Pros, because the Yakima Valley Technology right now manages our email for us, and they provide our internet service for the city, our city hall, and the police department. The internet access that they provide us is very expensive, and it's not a lot of broadband or bandwidth or whatever. We know that we can get better internet for less money somewhere else, but it's going to take time in order for, like, Charter's given us a quote to put in the line to give us the infrastructure basically to do that. And unfortunately, we just haven't had time to work on it. So it's kind of one of those things where if you want to go ahead and sign the contract for this year, it is budgeted. We know it works, it'll get us through. But once we sign that contract, we're sort of stuck with them for the next year. So we could just put it on our agenda and say, we know that we need to look at something else when we get towards the end of 2021, you know, and have a little more pre-planning. Or we could choose to not sign the contract right now and try to make that stuff happen quicker. And see how long the county will let us kind of hang on without signing the contract. I mean, obviously we would pay them for the services they're providing, just with no contract. So those are kind of the options right now.
If it's gonna save us money, I would be up for looking at the other option and not signing this. See how fast we can get it done.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that. It's just, like I said, it's just, it'll have to go right on the forefront of our agenda, which we can totally do. And then I don't know how long Yakima County Technology will let us string along, so. Go ahead.
Don't they provide more than just internet services? What's technological services? Just internet, don't they do something else?
Well, like I said, they administer our email. So like, sorry, let me page through here. So if you look at page 37, that's about 1946.85. That's just to provide email to everybody at City Hall, and you council members. And so that we would want to probably continue paying no matter what. So this portion of the contract, we probably want to, so that we don't all have to change our email addresses. But it's the next contract that starts on page 39. That one offers more services. I apologize. No, it starts on page 43. So that one's actually titled Mabton Police Department. And so this contract is the one, if you look at page 45, the total amount of it is $8,696. So that includes providing the email administration for the police department, which gives them, I guess they have 6 email addresses over there. I don't know what all of them are. But then all those other charges go along with providing the internet access. And so they're only giving us 10 megabytes of dedicated bandwidth. And I guess, I'm not super technology savvy, but apparently, like, what Charter has said that they can do is offer us 25 megabytes of bandwidth, of dedicated bandwidth, which means our internet would move a lot faster. And we would be able to look at getting a new phone system, which could save us more money, because right now this bandwidth won't support online phones. And there's a lot of other providers out there that provide online phone access for less money than what we're paying with CenturyLink for the city's phone service. So it's all kind of tied together. It's kind of a big project to take on at the last minute. But I mean, we can make it happen if that's something you guys want to do. Or like I said, since everything's already budgeted, we can plan and wait until next year. So.
What do you guys think?
How do you two feel?
Yeah, you're gonna do the work to get it done.
How do you two feel
That maybe we should just adopt this date, right, Jameson? And then we'll just do some research for next year. Did you hear that, Jamie?
Didn't, I'm sorry.
I said that they should pass this, they should sign this contract, and then we'll do our homework for next year.
Yeah, just because of, we have limited staff and a lot going on. From a staff timing perspective, it would be easier for us to have more planning time. But I mean, we can make it happen. It's kind of up to you, but my personal preference, I think, would be to go ahead and sign this with the caveat that we know we need to look for something else and really get some idea of what that is going to be. It just kind of hurts a little bit to know that we're paying extra for a whole year.
Is it a 1-year contract or?
It's just a 1-year contract, yeah.
Could they shorten that contract?
I don't know. So see, by tabling it, that's something we could address with them. So that might be the way to go.
Okay.
Maybe table it till the next meeting when we can get a little bit more information. If that's what you want to do, I'd be happy to do that.
I think that's what we should do.
Are you happy with the date, chief?
How does the chief feel about it?
You're muted still, buddy.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
So I do know, I would like to see a faster internet service, but I do know they do a lot more than just internet providers for us. Just an example, the computer that we recently put in my car, they spent several hours working on it, putting in all the updates that are required. And so they'll do that type of thing for us. If we have any connection issues, specifically in the cars, because that's where it tends to come up, these guys step in and they've been our IT department when we don't have an IT department. So we may get a faster bandwidth, a bigger bandwidth from someone else, but I'm not sure they're going to have the customer service that we've had from these guys. So it is a give and a take.
And I think like Spillman is provided through the county. So there are some parts of this, I'm not necessarily sure how it would get separated out because I think we pay for Spillman separately, but somehow it goes through the county. And that's something I haven't had a chance to really research yet either.
Does have any other questions? So would you, do you guys want to go ahead and vote on this? Do you want to table it for a couple weeks?
We can go ahead and sign it and.
Since we're gonna keep it for a year, might as well.
Right. Everybody's good with that, Mark? You're good with that as well?
With signing it or tabling it?
With signing it?
Okay.
Here.
I mean, if that's a majority vote, yes. I mean, I would like to see it tabled so we can actually get other options, possibly, and cheaper options. But if that's what everybody wants to do, I'm good with it.
Our main concern is just knowing that the police department would be completely taken care of in this, a different contract with a different party is what I'm getting the take out of this,
Yeah.
right?
They need to have time to research it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jameson,
Yeah,
would you think it'd
giving
be a
us-
big savings versus going to another company because of the bandwidth? Is it a
I'm
big
sorry, I missed
savings?
the first part I was talking.
Go ahead, tell us more.
She wants to know what type of savings, would it be a big savings over this year that you're talking about? Is it a matter of a couple $100 or like thousands of dollars?
Well, just the company that we sort of preliminarily spoke with about it would be a couple $1,000s.
Plus having, well, almost double the bandwidth. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
it'd be 150%.
Right.
I mean, if that's what PD wants also, if they want faster internet, that might be worth something to look into.
Yeah, and I definitely want to look into it for sure. So it's going to be on our agenda for researching this upcoming year if you do sign it. So I'm not taking it off the table. It's just a matter of, do we want to try and push it through now quickly, or do we want to just, know that it's on our horizon and work on it? But I'm fine either way, if we even just want to table it till next meeting, or if we want to just get it off our table and pass it, I'm totally cool with that too.
Table, we're still covered, right? We're still gonna-
We're still covered if we table it, yes.
Okay.
We'll just make our payment each month.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, why don't we just table it then until they do some research and
And maybe since the chief likes the IT from this company, maybe just look into getting a bigger bandwidth through them. See if it costs us more or if it doesn't.
It is very expensive to get more bandwidth through Yakima County Technology, because that's what I initially looked into. And I can bring that data to you at the next meeting if you do want to go ahead and table it, so we can look at some of the more specific details, but.
Yes, Jameson, that's what they've decided. They're just gonna go ahead and table it and give you guys an opportunity to do a little bit more research on it.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, you can actually pass the other contract if you wanted to, the one that just had City Hall email. But I don't know if you want to mess with all of that or if you want to just table all of it till next time.
I think it'd be easier to table it all
Okay,
than to break it
that's
out.
fine.
Okay, so everybody's good with that conversation? We'll move on to D, discussion of resolution 2021-20, authorizing the mayor. Oh, sorry, 02, authorizing the mayor to execute the contract award of the guaranteed energy saving contract to Apollo Solutions Group. That's on page 51. That is, this right here is the solar, huh? This is a solar project that we brought to you, and Apollo's brought to you for the wastewater treatment plant. And this is sort of one of the first steps, right? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is where it takes it out to bid, correct?
Yeah, we've already advertised for. a bid,
Okay.
and we're already on it.
They're the ones that won the bid.
Correct.
They're the only bid we received, so you guys just need to go ahead and award it at the meeting. We just wanted to make sure we provided it to you.
What was the bid for? We made a bottom line.
Remember, they come in and talk to us and said that it was gonna cost X amount of money, we're supposed to save X amount of money, and they guarantee that if it goes over what they have estimated, they pay that difference. It doesn't come out of our pockets, period, part of this. Okay. And this is to get the ball rolling for the solar out at wastewater.
Are they the ones that installed the ones in Granger also?
Yes,
I
they
believe
did.
so.
Yeah, they did
Okay.
install it in Granger, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed those over there, so,
You,
yeah, that looks good.
I don't know if you've been to Oregon, like up towards Pendleton, but they also done a huge one up there right outside of Pendleton. It's on the side of this hill and it's just immaculate. It's beautiful too. You remember when we
Was
went
it St. John's?
to,
I think it has it right here.
yeah, it's big, man.
Nice.
That system would do our whole city, even the houses probably. There.
Mark, there's a list of here, the companies, the towns that they've done.
What page is that on?
So 6, 4, 6, 8, 6.
And this will be, it's in the middle.
Oh, this right here. Actual.
The town of Fairfield,
Oh,
Palouse,
yeah.
Top Ranger, and St. John.
Oh, they probably don't, Pendleton's Oregon, that's why.
Nice.
More than a page in. Well, these are the people that will do reference. They did tested the quality work.
Correct.
They've done Bend City too. On the next page it says.
So I guess that all we need on this is just a vote for them to start, correct?
We do that at the regular meeting, right?
Correct. Were they gonna come in? No, right, because they've already done like their little presentation. Yeah. Was everybody here when Apollo come in and done, was you here, Mark, when Apollo come in and done that presentation to us for the wastewater?
I believe I was.
Do you guys have any questions about this? We good with this?
Nope, I'm good with it.
Okay. So then we will. Next one is E, discussion of district court costs for 2021. That's on page 2 and 3, so right at the very beginning. Is there, should we have some discussion on this?
I just wanted to point out that our court costs actually are going down this year. So this is the new contract, but it's actually a little less than what it was last year, so.
Because of COVID?
There's no court.
Yeah, I think COVID had a lot to do with it, but our case number overall went up quite a bit this year, especially over last year. But a lot of those were in Superior Court rather than District Court, and I think COVID did have an effect on the district and the municipal court side of things.
So Chief, are you good with the district court?
Yeah, this is
You are.
really reasonable for the
Okay.
service that we're getting.
Okay. Well, if the chief's good with it, I'm good with it.
And I'm good with it from a financial aspect.
Good.
Then that, okay, so I guess that's it for the study session.
I was
Anybody-
actually going to see, Jamin from GNO is on as an attendee. And I was gonna see if he wanted to give us an update, so he didn't have to stay for the council meeting, if he wanted to give us an update on what we have going on citywide. Jamin, I upgraded you, but you have to unmute yourself. There you are. There's your face.
Hey, hi there. How are you guys? So I guess I mainly just wanted to give an update on Washington Street. I was talking with the design team for that today, and sounds like the design for the Washington Street improvements is getting pretty close. And so we're hoping to finalize some things in the next few weeks, get it to you guys for review, and then be able to advertise that for bids this spring. So that was the main piece of that. And if you remember, that's just a partial overlay. So they're gonna overlay, they're gonna cut out the asphalt in the middle of the road and replace that, and then chip seal or fog seal, or seal the cracks on the sides of the street, and redo the asphalt in the middle where the cars are driving, and where the most existing damage is to the road, for that chunk of Washington. And I believe that's Washington from Boundary Road to, I think it's 6th or 7th. And then they'll also be fixing some of the curb ramps along the way as well. That's required as part of the project. So they'll be fixing the curb ramps that haven't already been fixed as part of other projects. So that was the main update I wanted to give. But if you have any questions on the status of any of the other projects, we're working on the Drilling Well 7 project, the water system plan, working with city staff to get the information for the water system plan right now, as well as the other transportation projects. The City Park sidewalk project is stopped for the winter. There are just a couple of items that they need to fix and finish up. And in discussions, it kind of worked out best for the city to wait till spring to do it anyway. And so the contractor was good with that as well. So they'll be out there in a couple months to finish the last couple items that we need them to do. But that project's just on hold until we get spring weather. Any other questions? That's the Cliff Notes version.
No.
All right.
Jim, thank you very much for your hard work.
Oh yeah, you bet. You bet. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anybody else that'd like to say anything or bring anything up while we're just here before I adjourn?
I have a question. Are we gonna open up the city hall?
As of right now, we're not. I mean, people can come to City Hall. The window is used constantly. And they do come all the
No,
time.
no, I mean the door so customers can come inside instead of standing outside. in the
Not
cold.
until the
In the
governor says we
cold.
can.
Why can they open up the gyms and all that? I don't understand
I
how
don't know.
we're in different, what are we in
Governor
different
said you can't open the
categories or
Yeah,
what?
we can't.
The gym's
open.
open
All the cities
yesterday.
are still closed. Grandview's still closed too.
But the gyms, all those guys opened up yesterday.
Yeah, the gym, yeah.
I mean, I just
Are
don't.
we following other cities?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
We
all
are,
cities-
and I don't know if you guys paid attention to the news last week, but the whole state kind of went into this new plan where we got
Right.
into these districts. And so we kind of got put back into phase one, sort of, not a whole lot changed, but we're pretty much in the same place that we have been. And so government buildings are still not on the list except for essential services. And since we do have that window available, that's kind of what we're doing.
But most of the cities don't. Most of the cities don't have a way for the people to go in. We're just really fortunate that we put that walk-up window in and so they can still use it.
One at a time or something.
I think that's what I heard last.
Yeah, I did. My son was over there. I don't know, it doesn't, if it's working, it's good.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say.
We spent money
Not
on,
broke, we won't fix it.
but we spent money on the plexiglass and all that supposedly for protection, but we're not using it.
Yeah, well, we can't until they say that we can open up for services like that.
Appointment, because my daughter came in.
Oh, yeah, they do
You can
appointments.
do by appointment.
Yeah,
they-
definitely. And they do that quite often. If somebody needs something, they'll do an appointment and they'll come in. Yeah, definitely. We don't turn them out.
It's like everywhere else, you have to go on an appointment. Look at the bank too, if you want to go, you have to have an appointment to talk to a service person.
We're not the windows, right?
No,
No.
They bring them in.
Yeah, okay.
But, and a lot of people, I mean, don't just use that window for payment. They use it to get, building permits or whatever, all paid by their
Oh,
unlicensed.
That's why we can't open it inside and having people wait outside in the rain or the cold.
I know.
A lot of people actually use it with the drive up. They drive up to it, stay in their cars, and then they back out. So I think actually some people find that really convenient. As long as somebody doesn't pull in behind them. So far, we haven't run into that issue, except I think once where Josh had to get somebody to pull back out, where he allowed somebody to pull through the yard.
You gotta watch out for those guys out back.
Well, I think
Hey,
that,
I'm not done.
oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna keep nagging you guys and stuff. That dang light. I mean, either get after the electrician or PP&L.
Well, it's just everybody's pointing fingers at each other.
Well, get them
And we have to
together
pay
and see
more.
who comes out ahead. I just want the damn lights to work. I mean, why get new lights if they're not gonna work?
That's true statement.
And we pay for the lights, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone's gotta get after them.
And we are doing that, but we don't have control when they're coming out. But there's emails, we can show you guys that there's emails that we sent that
How
one.
about phone calls, not just emails? Because who knows if they read
Because they
them?
don't pick up the phone, Sophie, so that's why they've asked us to
Uh-huh.
email, work order. And
A
that's
lot of
what we
people
do.
don't have people answer phones
Right.
in their offices right now.
Correct.
We're not gonna pay for power no more.
Gordon, the Pacific Power people did contact us and ask for who to contact for when they come out to inspect it. And we gave them Gordon's information. But according to Gordon, he has never received a contact from them since then. And that was a couple of weeks ago. So we are making progress, but so far they just haven't hooked up with us to have everybody out there at the same time.
Get on, Gordon, go get them.
You free.
Yeah, and you're reading it.
Okay, anything else? Judy, anything else?
You,
Yes? Mark, do you have anything else for us?
Not right now, no.
The ones that were doing the farm work on that road, here, came out of the mountain, that they were working on the cars. That gentleman, I've seen him working on the cars. Did you guys talk to him?
Hey, Chief, you wanna talk to her about that? She's asking about the guy over here on, Mountain Sunnyside Highway that does all that the work on the car, the vehicles, the
and Adam,
mechanic guy. You want to tell her where you're at on that?
Yeah, we've talked to them and they've claimed they don't have a business there, but obviously they do. I think we're gonna have to look into it a little bit more. It's a matter of, can we prove it that there's a business going on there? I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's a business going on there, but they're claiming it's not. I can go back over there though and push on that a little bit more and try and get some more clarification on that. But there's also some parking issues that are going on there that we could start addressing that we haven't addressed. We've addressed parking issues all over the town, but in a couple of these places that are clearly conducting business, we haven't pushed them on parking. So that to me is the next step. It's like, you can say you don't have a business here, but that's fine, but you've got a lot of parking issues that we're going to deal with. So it's definitely on our radar. It's definitely something that we're looking at.
Do we have an ordinance or anything that says how many cars can park on the road?
city right away.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
But Sunnyside does, I'm asking because I know Sunnyside does. They can only park so many on the street and the others have to be within their property. So that's why I was asking.
I don't think we do we, Chief? We don't have anything saying how many cars it just says that they have to be running, operable, licensed, no flat tires. I mean, they have to be running with real license on them. And
Yeah,
then
but I think these guys though, they've got enough cars over there that they're not even operable. So, we can go at it from that end, but it's not somewhere where they can be conducting business. I mean, it's not a business zone in the city. So ultimately, that's what we're going to have to address is they're conducting business in a residential area, which they can't be doing that, especially that type of business where they have that many cars around.
So you're gonna work on that then?
Yeah, we're going to work on that. We've been doing a lot of code enforcement. I know the mayor's gone out with us. Gordon's gone out with us to see kind of what we're doing. We've served a lot of people notices to remove junk vehicles from their property, and across the board, everybody that we've done that with has moved those junk vehicles. We've got a lot of the vehicles off of the streets that are parked on our right of way that aren't licensed, that we consider just junk vehicles. even if they're running, if they're expired, and I can't remember how long it is, if the tabs are expired for more than 2 or 3 months, most of them are expired for years. You know, we've had vehicles that, you know, expired 8 years ago, and they're parked on the city right away. They're parked on a state maintained roadway, and we've been giving notices to those people to move them. And you know, I want to say that we've probably moved at least 100 vehicles that were in our right of way or on a state city maintained roadway that were just junk vehicles. We've moved a lot, and in fact, I've got a whole stack of these are our receipts here of just some of them. These are some of the ones that I've just been working on lately, and all of these people just in the past couple of weeks have moved their vehicles, and they've either gotten them completely off their property, but they've definitely gotten them off the city right away. So we've made it, and I know Gordon can talk about that a little bit as well. All of our alleyways we've made sure all the alleyways are opened up. We can get emergency vehicles through them. And we've just been addressing a lot of junk vehicles. But that business that you're talking about, and it is a business, no matter what they say, it's a business. We're going to be dealing with them, and they're going to have to either get licensed or they're going to have to shut down, one of the two.
Thank you.
Hold on. It's chief outside in the council. Is there anything that the city can do about these cars racing down B Street? 40 or 50 miles an hour, they park right here at the intersection and they race either that way or this way. And I'm afraid some kid or some elderly person is gonna get hit and killed.
Did you see the white one?
Now, it's a white one and a blue one. And they come over from those houses over there in front of the old high school.
And they don't stop at stop signs.
No, they don't.
So the one in the white car, I literally was just dealing with right before this meeting started. So some of those guys have got multiple tickets. They've got multiple tickets. Some of them are coming up. They're going to be suspended. They've gotten so many tickets from us. And at that point, we're going to be taking their cars, and they're going to be going to jail. So it's you know, I would just say that a lot of them have gotten a lot of tickets. When we run their driver's check, they have multiple, some of them 10, 15 tickets that they've gotten, not only from us, but other municipalities around here. They're not just racing through our streets, they're racing through other city streets. And so they are being dealt with, but it's going to have to put enough of a financial pinch on them if they change their behavior. And for some people, that takes a long time. But you're right, it is a concern though.
Chief, if somebody was to see something like that and videotape them and then give that to you, would that work, or do you have to see something like that?
We have to see it. We would have to see that. It has to be committed in our presence. It's a civil infraction, so it has to be committed in our presence.
That's a question.
I was thinking about that too. I mean, I will sit out there with my camera and
Right,
tape them when they
that's
go
what I
by.
thought.
Well, Chief, I thought if we see or something like that, we can take the license plates, call you, and then you guys go do something without a videotape.
No, it depends if it rises to the level of a crime. So if it goes up to what would be considered reckless driving, but the courts have ruled that speed alone is not enough to prove reckless driving. So I know that I know a lot of agencies have said, you know, take pictures and send us the pictures or the videos, but that has no basis in the law, and we literally can't do anything about that. They have to be committed in our presence. I know that's frustrating, but that's just a ruling with the courts that the courts have said.
Well, I hate to just something's done until somebody gets hurt or killed. And then the law starts from there.
You do what I do, just yell at them, slow the heck
I
down.
don't do no good. You can't hear them with their music turned on.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess if that's everything then, we'll go ahead and close this, study session.